I'll be making the butternut squash with chicken. Air fry. I have my olive oil there, salt, use the lemon juice, or you can use lemon, that's okay. The hot pepper pasta, black pepper, onions, the mixed peppers, and this is my dry parsley. And because it's summertime, so it's good you can dry them. So my garlic is ready. You don't need to smash it like too much. This is enough. So I'm adding in the garlic 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'll be adding salt. A little bit of salt. And I'll add salt. I'll put salt on the chicken. And I'll add black pepper. That's enough. So I'm going to add lemon. So 2 spoons of lemon. 1 spoon of Korean red pepper. Mix it well. So it's good. So I'm going to marinate the chicken and let it sit for a little bit. So here's my chicken. Make it sit for a little bit in the air fry. So I'm going to pray, and by the time I finish praying, I will put my air fry on. Yes, so what I forget to add soya sauce when I was marinating my chicken. So here it is. So for my butter squash mezzaluna, I love these ones. You know, sometimes you can just like eat them like that. They're really good. I have all my ingredients ready. For this much, I prepared 3 liters of water that I'll be boiling. Adding salt. So I add salt in the water. So that's enough. And so my stove's on. Yeah, so let's start cooking. And when the water is a little bit boiled, that's when I'm going to add my butter squash mezzaluna, and the rest of the ingredients I'll be making the sauce like aside. And yeah, so my chicken ready. I'm old school girl. I have all my measurements there, but I barely like use them. Sorry, the noise, the air fry. So it's frying, just frying the chicken. And I enjoy cooking for my family and friends. And I love my food, thank God for that. You know, they usually say like in life you have to remember people who have done good to you, but also remember those who have not, who have teach you a life lesson, you know, because this reminds me, I am myself right now. I enjoy food, I love food, you know, and I cook with my heart and I enjoy cooking, you know. So this reminds me of like my ex, who was a narcissist, evil person. He was not only controlling me, like my money, my freedom, but he was also controlling what I eat. In some point I'll buy food, let's say like there was a time that I bring the fish home and he said, don't worry, I'm going to prepare the fish for you, even though you'll be the one cooking, just have a rest. And it was Ramadan again, and at that time I remember I was fasting, I was sick, and I was so tired. So we went, and this was in Malaysia anyway, so we came back home and said, you know what, I'm going to prepare the fish for you, so you'll be the one frying them and cooking them. It's okay. So I went to rest. The minute I woke up, and he told me the fish was bad and throw them in the garbage. Why? Because it was not the food that he want to eat. So I have to eat the food that he want to eat. And he was so picky, oh my goodness, he was so picky. So the only food that he will eat, that he said they eat in their village of Pakistan in Swat, what they usually eat, what he told me, so it's like a roti. It's it's a bread, like a flour just mixed with water, and then do like a bread, like kind of, it's not even a chapati, no oil, no butter, nothing, just put on the pan, you know, and then a small piece of chicken that you fry a chicken, and then a piece of green chili, the whole green chili, and a piece of onion. So that was his favorite food, the dry food. And if I would buy salad, he would throw the salad and he would take only the cucumber and cut it into pieces. So that's the salad. So I cook with my heart. I enjoy and I love cooking and preparing the food. But with this guy, it was hell. My iron level, like right now, that's are better. But when I was with him, like I have iron deficiency. That's how bad like he was. You know, if we are going out and I want to buy sushi, because I love sushi too, and he'll start calling me sushi and giving like negative comment about sushi, like, you know. So he was a bias and also a racist person. Now I'm adding my butter squash mezzaluna into the boiling water, and I'll leave it boil for a little bit. Like these couple of days, thank God, alhamdulillah, I've been feeling better, and I'm getting myself back into my feet and trying to, you know, make food, and alhamdulillah, I do my best, you know. And yeah, so that's what I said. Cooking is also therapeutic. Cooking is a passion, and when Layla is not cooking, that means there's something wrong, you know. And being with someone who is a bias and narcissist, so an evil human being I never see, right? It was really hard, and I had iron deficiency, which I never had iron deficiency, because I have to eat that piece of paratha, a dry paratha. Like, even actually I introduced him tilapia fish. The only thing that he eat from me that I made was tilapia, but he changed the way that I cook. You know, I fry and then cook the tomato sauce for the tilapia, but for him it's just a dry tilapia, you know. So he was so skinny, like a pink whistle, you know, and so he wanted me to be that skinny, so skinny and not healthy, right? Because you can be skinny and healthy, but it's skinny and not healthy. And then when you're not feeding your brain with good nutrients, you know, so you kind of like you are stressed out, you don't think correctly, and you know, so he was like an angry person. So he was angry all the time, and no wonder from the nutrients he was lacking the nutrients from the food, you know, because, you know, even like cereal and milk for breakfast and eggs, you know, he wanted to eat the same thing for breakfast, dinner and lunch, you know. And for me, no. So as I introduced to him, I said, try cereal and milk and eggs, you know, eggs in the morning, you know. And so the egg, my goodness, it was cereal, milk. For him, he was going to boil the milk, you know. Cereal, I love my cereal. As a Canadian, we eat cereal of cold milk. But he's going to boil the milk and then boil the cereal, so the cereal become not a cereal, become a porridge, and you add sugar, and oh my goodness. So anyway, so that was it was like 4 years of my life that went to waste, and life lesson. So yeah, that's how I remember like how hard it was. And I thank Allah, I thank my Rab, I thank my guardian God really to save me. But I had like 5 years of my life that has been waste, you know. And that's why they say you remember people, but also remember the ones that they teach you a life lesson, the one that they wrong you, the one that, you know, they make the person, you know, that I am today, experiencing the pain and the suffering and the misery, you know. While I was working, it was my money, and I was working hard and pay for everything, food, hotels, transportation, but I did not even have a freedom to eat what I want, you know. And you'd be surprised and say, Layla, that's like, people who know me, they will say, no, that's not you, that's not you. An open mind person like you, how can you feel? Yes, that is the same question that I asked. And it was not love, you know, it was not love at all. It was not love. It was a witchcraft controlling, you know, mind controlling, you know. He controlled me, you know. I dark. I was sinking, crying for help. But he was controlling me with his alim, his imam, and his mom in Pakistan, and his friend and himself, because he was wearing the talisman all the time. He has a talisman, and himself, the day after he arrived in Canada, he told me marrying me was not easy. And I said, of course marrying me was not easy, because I block you like a crap. I block this guy, and I don't know how I end up with him. And I thank Allah, my Rabb, my God and God, for everything. But himself come to me and told me, after I give him a tape, he asked me for a tape, it's just a plastic tape, and I give him a tape, and he taped his umbilical cord with a talisman. And then he told me, this talisman, I've been using it on you, and I've been using black magic on you. Marrying you was not easy. So he was explaining to me how he trapped me into marrying me, into forcing me, marrying me, and make me voiceless, make me, all this time, nothing was okay. My life was not okay, I was really sinking and asking for help. I was crying and dying inside, but my voice was fading. Nobody could hear me, and so it was horrible. It's horrible experience how there is an evil human being that can trap someone, that did trap me. Anyway, so I thank God for everything. He knows why He put me into so much. Yeah, alhamdulillah, ala kul hal as a Muslim. Let's see the chicken. Oh my chicken. Yeah, so if you love my video, and I hope you do, give it a thumbs up. Please share for other people to enjoy my recipe. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you can receive the update when I'm posting a new video with a new recipe, inshallah. So the 2 minutes left. So my air fry is off, so let's see. Wow. So my butterscotch mezzaluna is ready. So you have to boil it for 7 minutes. And if I could have frying, making the sauce, at the same time when I'm boiling this one, it could have saved me time. No rush. So what I'm going to add again, so this is the tomato sauce for the pasta. So it's the regular tomato sauce, but I'll show you because I already put it back in the fridge. This one. And multicolor peppers, so onions, black pepper, salt, olive oil, and my dried parsley. You can add like a fresh parsley. Okay, so my pot is ready, and then I'm adding olive oil. Not too much, enough. I have like 4 spoons now. Black pepper. And I'm adding my pepper. Oh. I have one. Oh, very interesting. I forget to try this one. The portion, in the water. Of course, I would wash them before I dry. salt. Again, I don't add sugar. So the squash they have their own natural sugar, so I don't add sugar on my food anyway. And I'm going to add the chili, the hot chili, a little bit, not too much. Here's my butterscotch. So I already boiled them, and you can see the butterscotch and sweet potatoes. The boil just came out. My tomato sauce. So let me turn this one off. So I put like 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and fry a little bit the onions, and then after that I added black pepper, and I add the persil, the dry persil. You can add the fresh persil. Actually, I prefer the fresh persil. You know, just this one they were like organic persil. So sometimes I'm like speaking in French and I think I'm speaking in English. And so regular pasta tomato sauce of your choice. The garlic in there already. Yeah, so my peppers and my sauce for my butterscotch mezzaluna is ready, and I'm going to add my squash in there. So, yeah. People who are vegetarian, so this is like vegetarian food. Butterscotch mezzaluna.